Dunskies. Oh, Christ.
Well, folks, I think I found the problem.
How can that tube be bent that hard and us not see that? I'm not sure what we're gonna do about this now.
So
What's up there, buds?
howdy. How's your mom on now?
Mom's doing great. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. We're replacing the axle in the Travelall. So the last time y'all were here with us, we got our little hearts broke on the Dana 60 semi-float axle in the back of Steven's C-Series Travelall. It left us stranded in Post, Texas. We made 1,600 miles, couldn't make the last 300 because the bearings just came smooth apart, and for good reason, because the axle tubes are bent really bad. These things on either end, we had a setup bar in here, and these pieces here, and we were able to see that each side of this had been bent into a smiley face and was a 1/2 inch out of square, both sides. Not repairable. Well, I mean repairable, but not for a reasonable amount of money. Now, we ended the last video on this talking about what we were gonna try to do for an axle, and we had a couple of ideas we were bouncing around, and the one that we ultimately ended up landing on was a Ford 9-inch conversion axle from the guys at Quick Performance. Banner going up today. Not just because they took care of us, but the guy that Steven spoke with down there, what was his name, do you know?
Troy.
Troy, thank you for all the help. The truth is, the folks down at Quick Performance are very knowledgeable about 9-inch Ford conversions. They were very easy to talk to. Steven was able to get all the dimensions that he needed measured by visiting with the folks down there. They wanted, specific measurements on where's your back spacing, what size brake, tire, clearance, fender well, blah, 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 all the things. Do you want to maintain what you have? Do you want to change what you have? Because they're building the tube length and all the internals and the axle shafts and the carrier and the mounting flange and down to the size of stud, the thread, the depth, the material.
Yeah, everything you need to bolt it in.
Everything you need to bolt it in. This axle's rated for about 450 horse, which I think is their entry-level setup.
Yep.
It's got 250 wall tubes in it, set 20 outer bearings, which are your big outer Ford 9-inch bearing. They're more robust than what came in this 60, which was a set 10 from the factory. Also got us matching brakes and the drums. It's a full turnkey kit, including the ring and pinion carrier, the whole third member. Steven opted to go with he can't get it out of the bucket right now because it's in there pretty good, but he opted to go with a 375 gear, which left us with around 0.5% difference from our front to rear gear set. This truck's got 373s in it, which should work absolutely fine. And he also opted for the Posi-Track unit, which I think is a Yukon. Tried to save as much bucket as we could here because, hey, who couldn't use a good 5-gallon bucket? I'm like a hoarder when it comes to buckets. I have like 35 buckets.
Yes, exactly.
And I do this, I don't know if everybody else does this or not. Do you get 5-gallon buckets and then stack them inside of other 5-gallon buckets so tight that you can't use but the top bucket, which is now a 4-foot tall
Yeah, it's like a hydraulic together stack of buckets.
Yeah. Looks like it's got a good pattern, drive and coast, looking very excellent, and it's ready to go. You bolt it in and add fluid and have a nice life. So if you're looking for a conversion axle for your project, do us a favor and go check out the folks at quickperformance.com and grab your next conversion 9-inch axle. We don't have a whole lot of stuff really to do to get this Dana 60 out of the back of this thing. Thankfully, we already had a bunch of stuff apart, backing plates, e-brake, blah, blah, blah. All we really need to do is loosen up the U-bolts. Steven's just got the drive shaft loosened up off the front of it, and we found a couple of jack stands to hold this thing up in the air for a second so we can get it jacked up and get ready to roll our new 9-inch Ford in. Wow. you're good. You're on the pad. Keep going. Yep, right there. Go down. Okay. Beautiful. All right, well, right off the rip, the blocks that we got, Steven's center pin came out of his, whoops, almost getting hurt. Center pin that you see here that holds the block centered up on this is too large of a diameter, so we're gonna step this up a little bit. It's like from 9/16 to 5/8 or something roughly to that. It's got a bunch of rust on it, so we need to get the pin out of the other axle for Steven's, drill these things out, and then we'll be able to at least set it in here and tighten up the U-bolts. Alright dude, see if this trash fits now. Here's your pin for your 12er. Oh yeah. Like a glove. I think this is like super wishful thinking that we're gonna hold this up one-handed, mash those U-bolts, mash the U-bolts through the plate, and then thread them on there.
So we should just get a floor jack now?
No, I wanna suffer.
Okay.
Ready? And suffer.
How close are you there?
Oh god. Oh, hang on. I have to key. I gotta go to the key.
Oh, you gotta move those completely.
Oh,
that's what I did. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and suffer.
Super simple.
Oh god, I'm pooping.
I pooted. Do you typically poot when you work?
Oh yeah. On this particular job, I poot a lot.
Dude, my alignment now doesn't align.
Oh god.
Do you have alignment?
I have something. It's painful.
Jesus.
This is not easy. This sucks. Go in.
I'm gonna come.
I can't. I gotta go down. I'll
Yeah,
never
my
get-
arm is giving out. It's like jiggling. Oh my god, I've been spayed and neutered right now.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The only problem I had was collapsing the U-bolt.
Yeah, I couldn't get this to go in because
Yeah.
it just won't go.
I gave it all the torque I ever had.
Oh, it falls in now.
Really?
All right, you know what, dude? Load this thing on the trailer and take it to the scrapyard.
Look at that. That was like it was designed to go there.
Yeah, it's like this thing was designed for picking things up.
Oh, I also think that for y'all fine folks that are fixing to go order you a 9-inch, I think that is an option I got there. Was a, it's a lift pad and a drain plug
like
all
shrouded.
in one kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I figured I'll be jacking this thing up to check my wheel bearings on the regular. So I got jacked.
Yeah, you're jacked now.
Proudest moment, just the physique that I've built over the years.
Oh, my pin fell out. That's why I never had any alignment.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any,
Where's your pin?
it doesn't have any press to stay in this deal.
Oh, yeah.
So when it goes upside down, it falls out. Take these guys here with their mean little teeth and give it all the torque you got.
I don't know if they know what you said. That was Cambodian or...
Oh, sorry, I was struggling. I said give it all the torque you got. Which right here is all like, ah! I bit my teeth too, using all that energy.
Nice job, team.
Thank you.
And?
Now,
Bro, chacha. Great job.
which way is your...
The U-bolt like thing.
To the inside?
I had him facing out. That's
Facing
how I
out.
remember seeing him.
Yeah. I'm still on there.
Yeah, we're doing good. We need to come in somewhere between 6 and 8 nautical miles.
Okay, so does
Yeah.
that mean we need to traverse by water?
You may. I mean, it is a nautical mile, so you know, you have to figure out the riddle. That's the first part. Oh God.
Okay, just do something for a second.
Yeah. I'll dance a jig. What's the deal? What's happening to you?
This thing doesn't have as much press as I thought. As more rust falls out, it has less press.
Oh, okay.
So,
You gonna weld it?
no, I'm just gonna make it have really big.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe you can center punch around the hole on that block. Our problem is that the spring perches are wide enough that they're pushing the U-bolts apart where they won't pilot back into the pad.
The new purchase?
Yep.
You want me to clearance them a little? Or a lot?
They need a decent bit. It's like 1/8 of an inch, best I can tell.
Is it just the bottoms?
Hell, dude, that's more like 3/16.
Is it just the bottoms are bent out?
Yeah, they're pushed out like right where they hit the pad. It pushes the legs out.
Okay, you think we can squeeze them in a vise or power hammer them with a sledge out there on the asphalt?
They're gonna just turn into a really weird shape when we tighten them up. We almost need to just like notch one side of the pad, one side of the U-bolt hole.
10-4. We can do a little notcher, Rooney.
All right, this thing wants to fall over and kill you, so.
Okay. Yeah, can I move it a little? Is that better?
Yeah, I'll have to sit here and hold that. The camera's been going for about a week and a half.
You can't let go?
No,
So you're just gonna,
I gotta sit here
until when?
until things are solved.
Can you solve anything from where you're at?
Not really, but you're gonna have to,
I need to get my stuff assembled.
you need to at least get your block and in there so we can put some vertical pressure on this
Well, I
thing
can't
and hold
put,
it.
I can't do that until I have like this. I won't charge you for that.
Okay, thanks. Bingo. And then you got a little torque. Okay. Yeah.
Now, how close are you to where you need to be?
There she blows.
Okay.
Yep. Keep going. You got 3/16. 8, 16. Whoa.
Ooh, I'm 8 7/8.
I'm right at 9.
Okay, so bump it my way just a hair. Okay.
That's 8 and 31 seconds.
8 and 63 128.
This thing's
No.
it'll never work.
I mean, I'm 8 and splitting hairs between 30 seconds.
Really?
Friggin'.
Yeah, okay, so we're within a 64th.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't dog walk.
Alright, well, y'all folks have a nice night.
Yeah. We were able to get by by just wallering the one side of the U-bolt a little bit to allow those legs to slide to the side, and now everything else fits like a champion. Tighten those up. Start moving on to axle shafts and carriers and pinion angles, and hopefully we can get the hell out of here before too much longer. And we're just lightly tightening these things up so that when we set it down, the tube doesn't just do backflips, which they usually don't. But we're gonna set the pinion angle, and then we'll be able to spot weld the perches, and then we gotta pull this stuff back apart, weld it out. Well, we might sneak a weld in there. I don't know. Either way, we got other shit to do.
Alright, so we got a little carried away, and should have put these studs in before we put the axle tube underneath here, the axle housing under here, but we didn't. So what we're doing is you just stub this guy through here, stack you a couple washers like that, and use a nut, run it down, and they just kind of have light press to pull them in. So check her out. Putting our last stud in here, sliding the washers over these studs, and then spraying a little bit of that Schaefer's lube on there. Then threading a Lawson nut. The nuts that came with it are nylox. Nylox aren't fun to put on and off, but you run that up, and then get your old ratchet here, and you just go real nice and gentle like. And before you know it, you'll have that stud pulled all the way in. There. And voila. All 10 of them bad boys are in. Now we're ready for the third member. Fixing to put our lube blocker gasket there. Fancy looking son of a gun. Then we're gonna stab our third member in, which is looking nice and fresh. So, watch me do it. Alright, so I got the third member snugged up in there. I'm fixing to bolt on the loaded backing plates, the long side axle, since we're on the passenger side here, it's the long side. And then our axle retainer came with new hardware, lock washers, the whole bit. Alright, so I've got my new 11-inch loaded backing plate here, fixing to snug it up just by hand. Get my emergency brake cable swapped in, And then I'm gonna stab this axle shaft, put my retainer on, then go do the other side. Howdy. So I did a couple things without y'all witnessing it, and let me show you what I did. I put the tires back on it so it had weight on wheels. Then I picked it up with the floor jack in the back and in the front to where it's roughly gonna sit with the lift kit. My drive shaft is junk. It doesn't work, it doesn't reach, and it also has this big old dent all the way through it. So I was getting a new drive shaft made because that wasn't gonna work, and pulled all the weight out of this thing, got weight on wheels, then picked it up to 2 inches roughly that it should sit. And so that's where I'm at right now, is where it should be with the lift kit. Measured the drive shaft. That's gonna be showing up here this morning. And what we're going to do is verified my pinion angle is the right degree. I still need to weld spring perch mounts off. So I've got everything where I want it. I'm fixing to tack these where they are because they're perfect on both sides. Take the U-bolts out of the way and then weld those off completely. Then we'll bolt the U-bolts back on and put our shocks on, add fluid, bleed the brakes, put the drive shaft in, and then we get to drive the Travelall. We got our drive shaft made and, well, here, and so we're gonna see if she'll bolt in. It's all gonna work. It's just great. Sometimes you just need to hammer them in.
Okay, folks. Well, Steven's been hammering away on his Travelall, and he's got it pulled outside, so I think it's time for a test drive. Bro, you ready to go for a spin, bro?
Boy, am I ready.
Woo! God dang! Last time I rode in this thing, I was just outside of Lubbock, Texas, and I about lost a tire.
And it was dark.
And it is dark. Been a lot of work and money since then. What do you have to fix this problem cash-wise? 3,500 bucks?
The axle was 2,500, and then the drive shaft I had was 400, and then fluid. So I'm right around 3 grand with free labor.
All right, so we got about 3,200 bucks maybe to fix the rear axle. Probably not including the set 20 outers we bought.
Or the axle alignment barring tool.
Oh yeah, the axle alignment tool. Yeah. You know, not the whole number.
Yeah, half the number is a couple grand, and it's really not even that bad.
And we still owe a buddy for a tow 300 miles from home at 2 in the morning.
Yes.
So that's you know,
those are cheap.
Yeah. If you're looking to put a 9-inch in the back of a basically whatever, bank on spending about 3,000 bucks, maybe 3,500 bucks to get something that, and now that's all new. That's ring and pinion. This has a gear-driven posi in it, a helical posi, so it doesn't have clutches.
Brand new brakes.
New brakes,
like everything
new
on the
axle shafts.
new.
You know what I mean? Whole assembly minus paint, and that's what it cost. The question is, was it worth it?
Does it work?
That too. About to find out. So far, it's working really good. We've made it about 60 feet.
Yeah, my speedo reads 15 miles an hour, which,
That's weird. Speedo's whacked a little bit.
yeah, was great.
Not sure what the deal is with that. That's okay. We won't worry about that.
Yeah, we'll
We
get
got
to that next.
yeah, we got new problems, but we're just not paying attention to those.
Got brakes?
It's definitely got brakes.
All right, here we go.
Now, on any new ring and pinion, you want to spend a little bit of time breaking it in. So gears are actually really, really soft when they're brand new, and so you have to go out and actually harden the gear set and let them break in. So that's about 4 or 5 drive cycles, 15 to 20 minutes, not really adding power, not going really high speed. You're just trying to get everything up to temperature, let it all spin, let it all just move and warm up, and then you're gonna basically let it rest for 30 to 45 minutes in between. Ideally, whenever we do gears, we like to drive them and let the stuff sit overnight after a couple of heat cycles during the day. So for what we're gonna do on this one, probably gonna drive it a couple of 15 to 20 minute runs, let it sit 30 minutes to an hour in between, and then Steve is gonna drive it home, let that thing sit overnight, drive it back to the shop. So we're gonna get a couple of heat cycles in on this thing, and then we're gonna change the fluid, and then we're gonna still drive easy for a couple 100 miles, check our fluid, taking a temp gun with us to see what temperature the bearings are and what the pinion's doing and make sure nothing's leaking and all that kind of jazz. But it's the most critical part of a brand new set of gears is the break-in. So remember that.
The fact that these tires didn't vibrate at all is mind-blowing to me right now.
Yeah. Bias ply's been sitting for like a month.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Feels pretty good.
Gear set in this thing is quiet. It's at least quieter than what the tires are.
Yeah.
But feels good, zero noise, everything's great. Feels awesome. I know it's gotta feel good for Steven.
Yeah, back in the saddle, baby.
Woo! Things been sitting for like a month, so nice to see it come back to life. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of how to break it and what it costs to fix it. Yeah. We will see y'all next time. Laters.
Later.